All right, now let's get to the really important thing: how to test students electronically. I'll give you an electronic board, even though I want it to be easy. Look, my dear, focus with me here. You're going to copy this link. Copy this entire link. Focus with me. All of this link. Control C. If you want to test 100 students at the same time, 100 students at once. Without a password, without anything. Focus with me and I'll tell you. At this time, I go to Blackboard, like this. I go to Blackboard, I go to my repeated items, and it will tell me without a password. Just keep in mind that you'll set it for a specific time. The test won't show up until that specific time, and it's actually named after that time. It opens at a specific time and closes at a specific time, so the link won't open until that time. So I'll come here, for example, to the subject like the Computer Basics course, and I'll go to the tests. I'll go to the button for the tests. When the students come to enter the test, they should go to a button called Tests. Where's the Tests button? Where is it, my friend? There's no Tests button. I'll create one called Exams so it stands out. I'll instruct students to click Exams. I'll make it available and say Submit. Drag it to the top. Put the link above. Exams like Zipgrade to make it special. So I tell the students to click on the Zipgrade test button. All right? I'll set it to be available for the students and say Submit. Now he has a button, or I'll place it at the top. All right, just drag it and put it at the top. Put the link at the top so that the students can see it. And then press this button and put the link, my dear. Put the link here. And how do you put the link? You tell him to create content and choose a web. A web link like this. A web link. A link. And keep in mind, there's a golden piece of information. Test students without passwords. It's a golden piece of information. So here's the thing. If you want to test 1,000 students at once, or 100 students at once, or even 10 students at once without a password, the test will only show up during the test time and will close after that time. Only those who are present can enter. Those who aren't, well, that's it. So I chose the web link option, and it opens the web link at the scheduled time. To put the link, I'll put the test link, so he's telling me, of course, who's opening it. Okay, and he tells me about the opening, who's opening it, and he tells me, so what's the difference between this one, Dr. Sammy, this one? Yeah, pay attention now. Pay attention. This is the code. This is where it will fall at the end of this link. What does that mean, Dr. Sammy? If you want to let them all in, just let them all in. Without password, or copy the link with its code. It's with this code right here. Okay? But I didn't do it. Copy it with its code. So if you want to, no one can take this test. He said he didn't have that code. No, please ensure that you carefully and thoroughly review the entire link to the end, and don't forget the code before proceeding. Again, this information is really important. If you want all the students to enter at once, prefer that instead of giving each student the code. Now, copy the link. It's not going to open anyway. It's not going to open. He'll be on time, and he'll be on time. Okay. It didn't take a while. It can be slow, especially from the backboard. But if I want to request, for example, I have 1 or 2 students who are late, or I want to copy the link. And this is what I do, honestly. I copy the link to the end. And this is the man. This is the man. And I keep this code with me. I have this code before the test, so I give it to the student. I have 20 students. I give them the code before the test. I don't want the code to be with them or the link to be open all the time. Why is it? Now, I don't know. Delay in Blackboard ePortfolio. All right, open it again like this. I'm opening any course. Here I am opening any course. Any course, pay attention, focus with me, focus. Focus on the important part of the layout. What's the difference between putting the whole link? Like when I go to the question, which is the course or the basics of computers, I created a button called tests. I created a button called tests, a grid. This button, I'm going to upload it here. Tests like a grid. I click on it like this. Okay. And after I click on it, I put the link. How do I put the link? I click here on create and choose the word link, and that's it. May Allah open quickly. So when I'm looking for it to open because it seems like it might take a little while. Thank God it opened. So I'm writing, pay attention now. This is the first semester test, right? And I gave it a code, so all the students will enter. So to name it, I'll call it the first theoretical test. The first theoretical test. And I'll give it the first code. Its link is the first one. But any student. The time is here. Look at this. It will appear to the student like this. It will appear to the student like this. Look at the view like this. The student will enter the board. He will click on the test button. He knows that he has a test at 6:30. Until 7 o'clock he can enter. Here it is. It appears to the student like this. So the student is in like this, okay? And he will say to him, put your name. I'll name it, for example, Second, or Ahmed Second, or Ahmed Second, okay? And then I put it here, right? And I scroll down like this. Come on, man, start. Look at the beauty now. Look at the beauty and the magnificence. Here it is. What does it show? Pay attention. The question paper comes on the right side. Here it is. The answer sheet comes on the left. What is this beauty, guys? What is this beauty? Honestly, it's amazing. The student comes here and asks the first question. The answer to the first question is B. So I press like this. It's B. Read the second question. What's the answer? Is it A or B or no? B is correct. B. So, what's the third question? What's the fourth question? What's the fifth question? What's the sixth question? The sixth question, the seventh question, the seventh question. Beauty, beauty, I mean something. The eighth question. Beauty, beauty, I mean something like better. And so on. True or false, right? True or false. So, of course, you need to be here, like we agreed at the beginning. 9 and 10, just like we talked about. 9 and 10 and everything. Clearly, this is the electronic test, and it's answered this way. Difficult? It's very easy. Okay, this is if you put the code for him. You put the code for him, and any student can enter like this. So, Dr. Sammy, is there another way? Yeah, there's another way. That's the most beautiful part. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Any other way? Don't copy. The whole drink is copied. Up to the yes, just up to here only. Oh, and then yeah, go to the Zipgrade tests and definitely create a link to enter any test, not just this test, okay? And name it. Web link, okay? And also absolutely name it. Entry to Zipgrade tests, name it like that. Of course, definitely the student has to be punctually on time. And when he comes punctually on time, he has indeed got access through his password to enter. If he doesn't have this essential password, then unfortunately he won't be able to gain entry. If he's sitting in during morning hours, he won't be able even then to enter, unless of course he puts his code correctly, which is essentially a code for accessing. Just put the link. This link is great in this next part. A student is here anytime. It's 6:30. All right, I know it's done. I'm done here. I know that Morocco is here. The student will now click on this. He will see a different screen from the other one. God, what is this, Dr. Sami? What is this screen? Oh, this screen. If the student has the code, he will put the code here and enter. Okay. But he has the username and the code he got from the teacher at the beginning of the school year. Remember, at the beginning of the school year, he received a code from the teacher. Right. Not every student has it. Just a moment. Let me show you something nice. Something really nice. Just a moment. I'm talking about what here. What's the difference between this and that? I told you if he has the code. Where's the code, Dr. Sami? Where's the code? But what do I want to show you? I want to show you, sir. What's the code? This is the code. This is the code. If the student, I gave him this code. This is it, just like that. I gave him this code. So he comes here. He comes here. This code, he puts it here like this. And he starts to enter. Here is, he will enter the test. Here it is. He tells him to put his name and enter. Beautiful. And enters the test. Okay? The student doesn't have this code anymore, but I gave it to him at the beginning of the year. I gave every student what? A username and password, remember? So, for example, someone like Ahmed. Just a moment. Let's say Ahmed. Here he is. The basics of movement. I had given him his student ID number, so he comes here. Let's go back again. Let me show you the view. If he puts his student ID number here, along with the password I gave him at the beginning of the year, the student can log in at any time by entering his password here. Of course, he has his student ID number and the access code. Here, he's not entering a test. He's just checking if there are any tests available. If there is a test, he can take it. If he tries to enter, it might say decision timeout. Sorry, it tells you that this session has expired. I should enter one at a time. Let me enter this one because it was open earlier. Let's get Ahmed Sami again, the one with this number. Access. Good. He's not entering a test, just checking for available ones. If there is one, he can take it. If he tries to enter, it might say decision timeout, meaning the session expired. Oh, what's this? It says, yes, you are Ahmed Sami, and this is your student ID number. To see test announcements, enter here. To take the test, enter here. I gave him a specific username for Ahmed Sami. It says, no paper post. Nothing available for you, Ahmed Sami. Oh, what's this? It says, yes, you are Ahmed Sami, and this is your student ID number. If you want to see the announcements related to the tests, enter here. If you want to take the test, enter here. How nice is that? I gave him a specific username for Ahmed Sami. So every student has their own test. They can access individually. But if I want all students to log in with one code, of course. So he can also come in and check how many tests are available. So here it says, no paper post. There's nothing available for you right now, Ahmed Sami. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Thank you very much. Normally when we come at 8 a.m. So here I'm telling you no paper post. There's nothing available for you, Oman, Sami, as I mentioned earlier. Everything is indeed fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Thank you very much. Normally, when we come at 8 p.m., as usual. But of course, the time gets adjusted. And we're done. May Allah reward you. It was normal for us not to come at this time. It's just Morocco, but of course, time gets adjusted. And we're done. May God bless you, and may He reward you well. If there's any series or anything else, or if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you, Jamila. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you, Abdullah. Blessings upon you all. Thank you, everyone. Dr. Allah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Rafia. May God bless you all and see you later. And we'll see you another session.